Bela sat in her cluttered bedroom, an ancient book of spells open on her lap. She had always been curious about the mystical, but this time, it was desperation that pushed her to explore the unknown. For months, she had admired Victor, the town's charming blacksmith, from afar. Yet, her attempts to strike up conversation had always ended awkwardly. Her best friend, Clara, had joked about the love's lightest charm found in the dusty book. Bela, however, took it seriously. After all, the ingredients seemed simple: rose petals, a strand of hair from the suitor, and an exotic herb called nightbloom. Bela had spent the better part of a week gathering everything she needed. Under the light of a crescent moon, she mixed the potion carefully, whispering the incantation as instructed. The final step was a single sip. The concoction tasted bitter, but Bela's determination was stronger. "Tomorrow, Victor won't be able to resist me," she whispered, her heart racing with anticipation. The next morning, Bela awoke feeling different. There was a strange warmth in her chest and a faint, flowery scent lingering around her. She grinned, certain the charm had worked. Walking through the village square, she caught Victor's eye. For a moment, her heart leapt. He smiled and approached, but as he came closer, his expression changed. "Bela, did you spill perfume on yourself?" he asked, stepping back slightly. Embarrassed, Bela shook her head, but the pungent aroma seemed to grow stronger. As the day progressed, more people commented on her distinctive smell. By evening, Bela realized the charm had backfired. Instead of enhancing her allure, it had turned her scent overwhelming, a potent mix of roses and something unidentifiable. "What have I done?" Bela muttered, burying her face in her hands. Panicked and humiliated, Bela rushed to Clara's cottage that evening. Clara was busy mending a basket but paused when Bela burst in. "Clara, the potion went wrong. I smell like a flower shop gone bad," Bela wailed. Clara sniffed the air and wrinkled her nose. "Bela, what did you do?" "You actually tried that spell?" she asked, incredulous. Bela nodded, pacing the room. She explained the ingredients and process. Clara grabbed the spellbook and read the page carefully. "You used nightbloom, right?" "Yes, just like the recipe said," Bela replied. Clara sighed. "Nightbloom enhances existing traits. If you were already wearing perfume or anything, it amplifies it 100-fold. That's why you smell so intense." Bela groaned. "How do I fix it?" Clara flipped through the book, muttering to herself. Finally, she stopped at a page. "There's a counter charm, but it's complicated. We'll need to gather some rare ingredients. This might take days." Bela and Clara set out the next morning to gather the items for the counter charm. The list included dew from a mountain lily, a phoenix's feather, and an enchanted pearl. Their first stop was the nearby meadow, where mountain lilies were rumored to grow. However, the flowers were guarded by a mischievous sprite named Lyrian. "State your business," Lyrian demanded, fluttering in front of Bela and Clara. Bela explained their plight, and Lyrian laughed. A love potion gone wrong. Classic, she giggled. Please, we just need some dew, Clara said firmly. Lyrian finally agreed, but only after they completed her challenge, solving a riddle. After much deliberation, they succeeded, earning the sprite's favor and the precious dew. The next item, a phoenix's feather, required a journey to the Forest of Embers. Legends warned of the firebird's temper, but Clara was confident they could approach it respectfully. After hours of trekking, they found the phoenix's nest in a charred tree. The bird glowed like a living flame. Bela, awestruck, almost forgot their mission. Clara nudged her forward. "O great phoenix, we humbly seek a feather," Bela said, bowing. The phoenix cocked its head, then let out a shrill cry. A single feather drifted down. Bela reached for it, but the bird's piercing gaze stopped her. "It wants something in return," Clara whispered. Thinking quickly, Bela offered her amethyst pendant. The phoenix took it gently in its beak, then allowed her to take the feather. Their final task was to retrieve an enchanted pearl from the Lake of Whispers. However, the lake was enchanted to confuse travelers, and its guardian, a siren named Elira, was known for her cunning. Bela and Clara approached the lake cautiously. Elira emerged from the water, her melodic voice filling the air. "Why do you seek the pearl?" she asked. Bela explained her plight, and Elira laughed. "Another foolish mortal tangled in magic. Very well. To earn the pearl, you must prove your courage." Elira conjured a vision of Bela's worst fear, Victor rejecting her in front of the entire village. Bela hesitated but stepped forward. "That's not real. I'll face the truth when it comes," she said firmly. Impressed, Elira handed over the pearl, and the two friends returned home triumphant. With all the ingredients in hand, Bela and Clara prepared the counter-charm. The potion bubbled and hissed as they walked, filling the room with a smoky aroma. "Are you ready?" Clara asked. Bela nodded and drank the mixture. For a moment, nothing happened. Then, the overwhelming scent faded, replaced by a soft, natural fragrance. Bela sighed in relief. It worked. Although the counter-charm had subdued Bela's scent, it left behind unexpected effects. People in the village began reacting strangely around her. Victor seemed unusually nervous, while others avoided her altogether. Determined to understand, Bela sought advice from the village healer, Madam Elder. "Magic has consequences, child," Elder warned. "Your aura has shifted. People sense it even if they don't realize why." Bela resolved to adapt, hoping time would ease the tension. One afternoon, Victor approached Bela in the market. "You've been avoiding everyone," he said, his voice tinged with worry. Bela hesitated but decided to be honest. She explained the mishap with the love charm. To her surprise, Victor laughed. "You didn't need magic to get my attention," he said softly. Blushing, Bela realized her efforts had been unnecessary all along. Just as Bela thought life was returning to normal, Clara found a forgotten note in the spellbook. It warned that using the Love's Light charm could awaken dormant forces if not dispelled correctly. Bela's relief turned to dread. What had they unleashed? The answer would come sooner than they expected. Strange occurrences began plaguing the village. Crops withered overnight, and livestock grew restless. Villagers whispered about a shadowy figure seen lurking after dark. Bela's guilt deepened. This has to be connected to the charm, she told Clara. Together, they vowed to uncover the truth. A mysterious traveler arrived in town, claiming to be an expert in ancient magic. His name was Alaric, and he seemed to know more about Bela's predicament than he let on. The charm didn't just amplify your scent. It opened a doorway, he said ominously. And something came through. Under Alaric's guidance, Bela and Clara performed a ritual to trace the magical disturbance. The spell revealed a dark entity bound to Bela's aura, feeding on her emotions. It grows stronger every day, Alaric warned. We must act quickly. To combat the entity, Bela began training in protective magic under Alaric's tutelage. Clara helped gather supplies while Bela practiced wards and banishing spells. Their first attempt to banish the entity ended in failure. The shadow lashed out, causing chaos in the village square. Bela realized she needed more strength and focus. Alaric called upon other magical practitioners to assist in the fight. Among them were a fire mage named Soren and a healer named Marella. Together, they formed a plan to trap the entity. The group ventured into the forest, where the entity's presence was strongest. A fierce battle ensued, testing Bela's newfound abilities. In a moment of desperation, Bela offered a piece of her own aura to weaken the entity. The gamble worked, and the team successfully banished the shadow. With the entity gone, the village began to heal. Bela's scent returned to normal, and life seemed to settle. However, the experience left her changed. Bela decided to continue her magical studies, vowing to use her knowledge to help others. Clara and Victor supported her decision, proud of her growth. The village celebrated its newfound peace with a grand festival. Bela was honored for her bravery, and Victor finally confessed his feelings. Just as Bela thought her adventures were over, Alaric returned with troubling news. A magical artifact had gone missing, and its power could rival the entity they had just defeated. Bela learned that the artifact, called the Moonstone Veil, had been stolen by a rogue mage. Its curse threatened to disrupt the balance of magic in the region. Bela, Clara, and Victor joined Alaric on a journey to track the rogue mage. Along the way, they encountered dangerous creatures drawn to the artifact's energy. Their quest led them to an ancient sanctuary where the rogue mage was hiding. The group prepared for a confrontation, knowing the stakes were higher than ever. Inside the sanctuary, they discovered that Soren, the fire mage, had betrayed them and allied with the rogue mage. Bela felt the sting of betrayal but resolved to stop them. After the chaos surrounding the Moonstone Veil, Bela yearned for a moment of peace. Life in the village had returned to a semblance of normalcy, and Bela embraced the quiet days. She spent her mornings at the market, helping Clara with her herb shop, and her evenings practicing small spells to sharpen her magical skills. Victor often joined her, finding reasons to linger by her side. The villagers, once wary of her magical pursuits, now greeted her with warmth and admiration. For the first time in months, Bela felt like she truly belonged. But in the back of her mind, a lingering unease remained. Magic, as she had learned, was never predictable, and its influence was far-reaching. She knew this peace might only be temporary. One sunny afternoon, Clara approached Bela with a book she had uncovered in her attic. It was old and bound in dark leather, its cover embossed with intricate symbols. "I found this while cleaning," Clara said, her tone a mix of excitement and concern. "It's written in a language I don't recognize." Bela examined the book carefully. The symbols pulsed faintly, a sure sign of magical origin. Intrigued, she spent the next few days translating the text with the help of Alaric. The book, as it turned out, detailed the history of an ancient magical order that once protected the balance of the natural world. One chapter mentioned a Seal of Eternity, a powerful enchantment designed to lock away dangerous forces. As Bela read on, her unease grew. The seal had been fractured centuries ago, and the book hinted that its power was fading. When Bela shared her findings with Alaric, his expression darkened. "The Seal of Eternity isn't just a legend," he said gravely. "It's one of the last barriers keeping ancient evils from returning to our world. If it fails completely, the consequences could be catastrophic." Bela's pulse quickened. "What can we do to restore it?" she asked. Alaric sighed. "To repair the seal, we'll need to locate its fragments. They were scattered across the realm long ago, hidden in places of great power. Each fragment is protected by formidable guardians." Despite the daunting task, Bela felt a spark of determination. She couldn't ignore this threat, not after everything she had already faced. Knowing she couldn't undertake this mission alone, Bela reached out to her closest allies. Clara agreed without hesitation, her loyalty unwavering. Victor, despite lacking magical abilities, insisted on joining to ensure Bela's safety. Alaric contacted Marella, the healer, who brought her wisdom and calm presence to the group. Together, they began planning their journey, poring over maps and decoding cryptic clues from the book. Their first destination was the Whispering Peaks, a treacherous mountain range where the first fragment was rumored to be hidden. As they prepared to leave, Bela couldn't shake the feeling that their journey would test them in ways they couldn't yet imagine. The trek to the Whispering Peaks was grueling. Harsh winds battered the group as they ascended the narrow trails, and the air grew thinner with each step. Despite the physical toll, Bela felt a sense of purpose driving her forward. One evening, as they camped under the stars, Victor pulled Bela aside. "You've changed so much since this all started," he said softly. "You're stronger, braver. It's inspiring." Bela smiled, touched by his words. "I couldn't have done it without all of you," she replied. As the group settled in for the night, Bela gazed at the distant peaks, her resolve solidifying. Whatever lay ahead, she was ready to face it. Reaching the summit, the group found a hidden temple carved into the mountainside. Inside, they encountered the guardian of the first fragment, a massive stone golem animated by ancient magic. The golem challenged them to prove their worth, presenting a series of trials designed to test their strength, intelligence, and unity. Each trial pushed the group to their limits, but they persevered, relying on their unique talents and unwavering trust in one another. When the final trial was complete, the golem stepped aside, revealing the fragments encased in a glowing crystal. Bela carefully retrieved it, feeling its power hum against her skin. The journey down the mountain proved even more perilous than the ascent. The group faced avalanches, sudden storms, and hostile creatures drawn to the fragment's energy. At one point, Bela nearly slipped off a cliff, saved only by Victor's quick reflexes. "Don't scare me like that," he scolded, his voice trembling. Bela nodded. Despite the danger, the roaring rivers, sheer cliffs, and wild beasts. Along the way, they learned to rely on each other. Victor protected Bela from a prowling mountain lion, and Clara navigated them through dense fog with her uncanny sense of direction. Each challenge drew them closer, softening the walls they had built around their hearts. One night, as they rested under a starlit sky, Victor finally admitted, "Bela, I don't think I could have made it this far without you." Bela smiled, her cheeks flushing. "I've always believed in you, Victor. Even when I meditate, I find you closer to my heart, and I have so much love for you. I want you to be the father of my unborn children and to live a successful life together." In that moment, their hearts aligned, and under the vast expanse of the heavens, Bela prepared a nice dinner for herself and Victor. They enjoyed the food, and after dinner, they shared a sweet kiss together. A romantic evening, cuddling, making love, and having a lot of fun. The next day, the villagers erupted in cheers seeing Victor holding Bela with a lovely smile. Their love story became the pride of the village, and not long after, they were married in a grand celebration. A year later, their joy multiplied with the birth of their first child, a strong and healthy boy they named Victory, a symbol of their trials, triumphs, and enduring love. Victory grew up hearing the tale of his parents' courageous journey, inspired by their love and resilience. Bela and Victor's story became legend, reminding everyone in the village that love and courage could overcome even the greatest of challenges.